Hello again, my little yarnivores and spiderettes. Fiber Spider back again with a little bit of happy mail, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and a little bit of the other too. How are all of you doing? I'm doing pretty well. I'm exhausted, but that is par for the course because I'm always hard at work doing what I do. I love what I do, but it's still work. I'm sure you can relate. I've been working on so many different projects. It's hard for me to focus. Do you have that problem as well? I have got tons and tons of works in progress right now. Various knitting projects, sewing projects, crocheting. I'm all over the place. I'm a little bit frazzled. I do apologize, but my heart is in the right place. How are all of you? Among other things, little side notes and so forth, I'm still on my Stephen King kick at the moment. I'm currently reading Fairy Tale. It's one of King's latest. I believe his latest is called Holly. Haven't even touched upon that as of yet because apparently Holly is a character from several other of his books, which I haven't read. I think the first one was Mr. Mercedes. This one, pretty good. Apparently, Stephen King wrote this during the pandemic. It's very different from his usual kind of story. It's about a teenage boy who basically finds another world that is in peril, and it's up to him to save it, of course. But it's definitely not horror driven. It's also not quite fantasy driven either. It's sort of like a merging of the two. Interesting. My favorite? No, but it's good, and I only have a little bit left, less than 100 pages to go. So I'm not the kind of person that starts a book and then I do try to, have some stick-to-itiveness and finish it up. Speaking of stick-to-itiveness, I started trying to re-watch Dark Shadows. The movie I've seen, I thought it was cute and kitschy, but it's the TV show I'm talking about. There were a lot of episodes of the TV show Dark Shadows. It's sort of a gothic soap opera, if you will. And when I first started to try watching it, I got into, I think it was maybe season 2. From what I understand, there's like over 1,200 episodes. So I'm trying it again. I'm on episode 9. We'll see how that works out. And right now, at this very, very moment, I'm working on some English paper piecing, which involves these itty-bitty little hexagons, with fabric wrapped around some cardboard and sewing these guys together and so on and so forth. I mentioned this a while back. Haven't worked on it for a couple months, and then I'm like, you know what? I've been neglecting it, so I've been working on that. On top of that, working feverishly on another Filet blanket pattern. It's a bit industrious, yes. To give you a quick idea of the specs, the multiple, I believe, is like 64 stitches. That's one multiple. And the repeat, it's like over 30 rows. So I've been working on it. And I also have written out the pattern, and I have a couple of people that are testing the pattern for me. They are so remarkably helpful. I really appreciate my testers very, very much because this pattern in particular, yes, it is a workout. So I give a lot of credit where credit is due. And so that pattern, it is especially for Halloween. It is Halloween themed. I'll give you that much of a hint. I really love working with Filet patterns because the numerics involved, and the whole configuration of the eyelets. To me, it's fascinating. I really enjoy it. And that's why I've been doing a lot of written patterns for Filet work, because there's something about Filet work that just sort of clicks with me. I don't know what it is. I enjoy it. And coming from somebody that really does not enjoy math at all, when it comes to multiples or increasing or decreasing or those kind of numerics, I can totally get into. Who knew? At any rate, we have some happy mail, so let's open it up, shall we? Yes, let's. Okay, so I opened up my first letter, which was from Julie in Pennsylvania. Thank you very much for writing to me, and I appreciate the sentiments and everything. It was regarding the Which Way Filet blanket. Now, I don't have a written pattern of that particular blanket. I do have the YouTube tutorial on the Which Way Filet blanket, which I will put a link to that in the description box down below. Also, what you had sent me, I am going to send it back to you because I don't have the written pattern, and also I'm not entirely sure. It was kind of hard to make out what you were writing, but I got the impression that you were trying to commission me. I don't do special orders. I am sorry. And I am going to try to get in touch with you and, write back to you. Okay, so if you're seeing this, I'm sorry it took me a while to open up your letter. I did open it, but yes, I will try to get in touch with you via mail. Okie dokie? Okay. So, that being said, we have some other things as well. Okay. Alrighty, so next up, I have a package here, and this is from the United Kingdom. So let's take a look-see, shall we? Ooh. I think we got several somethings here. Let me see here. Well, there's a little bag and then there's a big bag. Let's open the little guy first. This is from Secret Yarn Stash. It's not a secret for long. Ooh. Looks like we got a note. Always got to read the note first. Hello, Fiber Spider. As a long-time subscriber to your channel, I am delighted to enclose a t-shirt from my new online range of clothing, accessories, and gifts for yarn heads and yarnivores. With thanks for all the charming crochet videos I've watched by you over the past few years. I really hope I've picked a design and color you like. I have a strong feeling you mentioned at some point that you prefer autumnal fall colors. Yes, I do. And we are approaching my favorite time of year. I love the fall, especially when the leaves are turning colors and, there's some on the ground and they're all crinkly and yeah. So I hope this tea will become one that you'll come back to wear over and over again. The manufacturer I use operates a closed-loop process whereby all clothing can be returned for recycling when worn out. That's cool. There's a little label inside the shirt with the details on that, helping avoid some of the horrendous waste that most other clothing manufacturers produce. Yes, I have heard of companies that do that, and I think it's, on the one hand, it's great because the things are affordable, but from what I understand, they don't last, and as a result, they end up going into the landfill, which is not good. It's also made from organic cotton in a factory run on renewable energy. Basically, all pretty cool. Yes. So, hope you love it. And if you do and would like to give the website a mention, it's secretyarnstashmerch.com. With love and many thanks again for the great videos Louisa. Well, thank you. Thank you in advance. Now, what is this? Ooh, little treats. These are Swizzle's Love Hearts. Little candies, thank you. I do have a sweet tooth. Now, the shirt. Very curious. Okay, I love the color already. I don't know about this, but Yarn Wizard. I love it. It is so cool. Thank you so very, very much. I do very much love it. I don't know if I would say I'm a yarn wizard. I mean, you know, one could say that my hook is my wand, if you will. I really love yarn. What can I say? Very, very much appreciated. Thank you. And yes, I love the color. I love the design. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, so that is secretyarnstashmerch.com. Very cool. Thank you. And you know what? I'm gonna put a link to that in the description box down below as well. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate that. And that was from Louisa. Thank you. Okay, so I've got two more things. Let's dive in, shall we? Yeah. All right, next up, I have another letter, and this is from Michigan, I believe. The first name got cut off on the printer. That's okay, though. We will see. Let's take a look-see. Okay. Dear Mr. Fiber Spider, this is referred to as the Dragon Belly Stitch tutorial. Tried and failed to find your tutorial for the Dragon Belly Shawl. I kind of refer to it as like the scale, like a sort of like a crocodile stitch scale. I mean, it could be construed as dragon scales or dragon belly or dragon tummy. Sure, why not? Please, Mr. Fiber Spider, can you send the link for this tutorial to my email? Have the written pattern, but you are so great at walking through it with us. Started and had to stop to find other 2 balls of yarn. Email, yes. Okay to share with your Happy Mail. Someone else may be having the same problem. Thank you so much. Donna, there we go. All right, Donna, no problem whatsoever. I will send you in an email. I'll send you the link. I believe it was, I'm pretty sure it was a bottom-up shawl that I did. I've used that kind of stitch with a number of different projects, but yeah, no problem. We got it. I will take care of that. No problem whatsoever. Okay, then. And we have one more package to open, so let's see what's inside. All right, last but certainly not least, we have ourselves a box, and this is from Christy in, I think that's Ohio. Let's take a look-see. Got a box cutter around here somewhere, but hey, these scissors work just fine. More or less. There we go. All right, onwards. What is this? Bear with me. Something is wrapped. It appears to be a bowl of some sort. Ooh. It's not just a teacup, it is a yarn bowl. I love it. I absolutely, oh, look, the tea bag. Time to unwind. I love it. Let's take a look-see. Oh, thank you. I love it. It is, oh, and on the inside, there is a tea bag. That is so cool. That's very clever. I love it. Ooh. Let's see. Dear Craig, a bell to ring us anytime, a flower to remind you how beautiful you are. Oh, an angel to watch over you when we can't, and a heart to remind you that you are loved. Best wishes always, from Christy and the Jibber Jabbers. Oh, dear Craig, I sent the yarn bowls to all of the Jibber Jabbers for their birthdays. I'm sorry I didn't get them in time for yours. Hey, do not apologize. I love it. The stitch markers are for everyone to remind you that you aren't alone and we are all friends. Best wishes, Christy. Oh, so that is in here. Oh, let's see. Can I get in here carefully? Ooh, okay, here we go. Oh, I see. They were hooked on. Pardon me. Oh, now I understand the poem thing. Okay. Okay, so the F, that is for your last name. So we've got let's see, we've got bells and wings and a heart and a little flower. That's so cute. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, the yarn bowl that I usually use, and now I have to use yours as well, but the one that I usually use is this one right here. This guy keeps me company. And yeah, there is a hook in the back there, and a lot of yarn bowls, they have the feature where you can poke the yarn through. With this one, the yarn goes through the nose. I had gotten this a long while ago. I want to say I've had this for a couple of years now, and I absolutely love it. I've been using it for years, and I'm having trouble remembering the exact name of the Etsy store in which I got it. I want to say something weird, but they have a very, very constantly rotating stock of various yarn bowls and accoutrements, soap dispensers, flower pots, wall decorations, and so forth. And granted, this was not cheap because it is their extra large, but for me, considering I often have like an entire skein of yarn balled up and put it in here, they usually fit very nicely, even if it's an entire pound of love. So I always go with the extra, extra large. This is absolutely precious. Absolutely love it. And, you know, it's right up my alley. You know, hey, I can be caffeinated and stitch all at the same time. It's gorgeous. Thank you so very much. Very much appreciated. My goodness gracious me. Thank you. What a lovely, lovely surprise today. I want to thank everybody very, very much. You know, whether it's letters or packages or what have you, it's always appreciated. And I thank you so much for brightening my day. So, to recap, Julia and Donna, I will be in touch with you. And as for Louisa and Christy, thank you so very much. I really, really appreciate it. And stay tuned for more, because I'm posting all the time, whether it's on this channel with my audiobook narrations or my origami or crocheting or knitting or cooking or what have you. It's often, yep. And then, of course, there is my other YouTube. my other YouTube channel, pardon me, I get a little tongue-tied when I get emotional, Fiber Spider Games, where I play video games and do commentary. Right now, I'm playing a really fun one called The Wild at Heart. It is so adorable! It is. It is absolutely adorable. It's really, really cute. It's very cartoony. There's some puzzles to solve, and my character is in control of these little itty-bitty minion-type creatures. They are so, so cute, and they help me solve puzzles, and it is adorable. I'm going to put a link to that playlist in the description box down below as well. There's a lot to look at down there. So listen, everybody, thank you so much for joining me today. And yeah, let me know, what projects are you working on? You know, I've got tons of projects going on right now, but I always love hearing from you guys. And you know what to do until next time, right? I want all of you to stay inspired, stay caffeinated with a big old cup of joe, and stay inspired, stay stitching, stay safe, take care of yourselves and each other, and I will see you in my next video. Bye for now, everybody, and have a great day.